It was a goal-filled weekend for the Chairgirls as they held visitors Milton to a 13-1 win in the second round qualifying of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. Kayla Potter bagged 5 for herself, whilst Amani Kassam and Jess Watkins both scored a brace. Latifa Mameri also found herself on the score sheet, with Ellen Wardlaw and Sophie Atfield also adding in the second half. It was an unlucky 13th goal for the visitors as they scored an own goal to secure the 13-1 win for the Blues. The win sees the Chairgirls progress to the third round qualifying of the Adobe Women's FA Cup, where they've been drawn to take on Tier 7 side Comets WFC, home at Burnham. With a successful win under their belt, manager Carl Simon reflected on his side's performance in their second round qualifying appearance.
Great game, start to finish. Some of the football we played was exceptional. It's easy to take opposition lightly, but we spoke about that before the game, making sure that we gave them the respect that they deserved and respected the game, respected the magnitude of the games, obviously it's the FA Cup, and didn't try and overplay. And I think that worked a treat, and the goals started to flow really well. The FA Cup, what it does, it shines a light on your club and what you're doing. So, progressing, obviously this is only the second qualifying round. We want to get to the third qualifying round and then maybe get to the first round proper. And them sort of events, they do shine a light. I mean, we had a really good crowd here today, nearly 130 people were here today. Really good support, and like I said, these games, the history of the FA Cup in men and women's football is there for to see, so it was really nice to get a good result today.
A few goal scorers today, but Kayla Potter got 5 herself and you named her player of the match. What did you think of her performance?
Okay, it was a fantastic day. So in the second game, she was everything that you want from a number 9. Power, pace, skill, direct running, finishing. She was superb. I mean, there's not enough superlatives I could give Kayla Potter today.
In what's only her second appearance for the Blues and already having made an amazing name for herself in front of goal, Kayla Potter reflected on her player of the match performance.
I felt great. I was honestly a little nervous because a lot of teams, when they go against a team that's lower level, they play down, which is totally normal, it happens. So I just went in thinking it's a regular game, 0-0 start. Luckily we got an early goal. And then they just kept coming. Second, I think the third was a Meg. And then a fourth and a gorgeous 5th header goal, which was lovely to have.
I was about to ask you 5 to choose from, which was your favourite?
The 5th one for sure, yeah. Puds just sent a lovely ball in, and we've played together before, and so she knew exactly what I was looking for, and it fell together perfectly.
And it's in the FA Cup, a great competition, and we progressed to the next round. How much of a morale boost is that for the team?
Oh, it's going to be huge, yeah. We practiced on a lot of things that we've been working on in practice in the game today, and it was just nice to have that confidence boost to do some new things against an easier team, so that when we're against a harder team, it's going to just come together even nicer.
You settling in nicely, only your second game today?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. The girls have welcomed us with open arms, so that's been great. But yeah, getting along really nicely.
And your first away game next weekend at Sholing, how are you feeling for that?
I'm excited. It's a closer game for me than to come here, so easy drive. But I'm excited for the challenge against them, back to league games.
Also, looking ahead to the Chairgirls' next game away at Sholing, manager Carl Simon gives insight in what to expect.
Yeah, that's the game we're looking forward to. We took a few players off today just to rest them for that game, so we didn't want to burn them out. But obviously it's a really big game, it's an important game for us to keep the momentum going in the league season for ourselves. So away game again, but we're looking forward to it.
The Chairgirls' dev squad also secured a point on the road last weekend as they held host Penn and Tyler's Green to a 1-1 draw. Lead coach Sunny Moore reflected on his side's performance as well as looking ahead to this weekend's fixture against Tilehurst Panthers.
We were very happy with the 1-1 draw against Penn. We went into that game knowing full well that they'd started the season well with a strong result in their first game. And again, history between us and Penn. It's always a physical game. There's a lot to prove between the two. There's a number of ex-Wycombe players in the Penn team as well. We started very well, started on the front foot. Some tactical changes we made were paying off. And some new set-piece moves played into our hands as well. So we were happy with that. Could have taken the lead. Just need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal. However, second half, they took the lead, but we stayed resilient. We believed in ourselves and kept on battling because we knew we were still in the game, and that fight and the desire we were looking for in the players was there. So we were really proud with that, and that paid off. And it resulted in a goal, Poppy Lloyd scoring. So 1-1, yeah, it's probably a fair result. But again, I think with it being a little bit more clinical in front
We
of
played
goal,
Tilehurst
we could have taken all 3 points
this
this Sunday at Burnham, 2:00 kickoff. Again, I think the game against Penn is probably a good preparation going in against Tilehurst, who we know are a physical side. And again, the history between them and us, it's always been a physical encounter, entertaining football. We're feeling prepared. However, the weather this week, which has been horrendous, hasn't really helped us in our preparation. But we haven't made too many changes tactically, so the girls know what they need to do. Really, our challenge is to be very physical. Our attitude has got to be spot on. And our ability to win that ball back as quickly as possible is going to be our target for this Sunday. So we're going into that game feeling confident. We've got a lot of players to select from, so our injury list is very small. We've got some players returning from injury, so it could be a good opportunity for them to get some game time under their belt and prepared for the long season ahead.
It was a tough away feat for the under-18s on Saturday as they lost 5-2 to host at Oxford United. Head coach Charlie Laurie reflected on the loss.
Overall, I thought it was a really good performance from the girls. It was a bit of a slow start to the game, but we settled down, got stuck in, and they managed to listen to instructions really, really well to execute everything that was needed. Unfortunately, the scoreline on the day didn't go our way, but once again, like I said, cannot fault their performance. And if we keep playing like this, it will be a very, very good season.
There's no game this Saturday for the under-18s, but the Dev squad hosts Tilehurst Panthers home at Burnham on Sunday. Also coming up on Sunday, the first team take a trip down south to Sholing, where they look to extend their unbeaten streak.